What's going on, you guys? This is Jake with PackMan Sports, back with a video. And this one I want to do a little bit of follow-up for the Detroit Red Wings to see how they're faring so far in a very young 2021-22 NHL regular season. So far, the Red Wings have been very hot and cold. There have been some really good games put together by the Wings, some not so good, yesterday's game against the Vegas Golden Knights and getting walloped by them. That was not a very pretty game, and to say the least, probably the Knights are probably a little bit better than we are, and certainly not the best performance put together by the Red Wings, but things are gonna, like I said, the season is young, and I think things are probably looking up. Just want to be able to point out a few things on how things are going stats-wise, is that it's Lucas Raymond, the promising young rookie that has taken the Red Wings by storm, and he has been an absolute pleasant surprise to me that he has started off this well for a young player, being our first-round pick from 2 years ago, being selected 4th overall. To say the least, he has gone above my expectations. When he made the roster, I was very excited to be able to see somebody as young and as talented as him being able to come and help the Detroit Red Wings. So it's the youngsters that are doing really well. It's not just Lucas, it's defenseman Moritz Seider who's done a very good job. To go over the stats really quickly here for you, it's Lucas Raymond leading the team in points with 18, 7 goals scored, 11 assists, and to say the least, that's just a very great start for the young Lucas Raymond. I'm just very excited to see what he can do once he grows into his role and just gets better. And to say the least, this team could be pretty darn scary in the future with some of our young talent developing, and we have a mix of veterans that can really do a good job too. As you can see, Tyler Bertuzzi here is 17th in points, with our captain Dylan Larkin not too far behind Moritz Seider with 13 points. As a defenseman, 10 by Vlad Nemesnikov. And speaking of these guys, I'm going to go to the goals and point out a few things. It's Tyler Bertuzzi leading the team with 9 goals. As you can see right over here in the leaderboard, 9 goals, which is on the leaders board in the NHL. And Lucas Raymond is also a leader in the leaders board for the rookies on the regular stats. I'll go to there in just a minute, but I just want to be able to go over the rest of this. 9 goals by Tyler Bertuzzi, followed by our captain Dylan Larkin with 8, 7 by Lucas Raymond, and Vlad Nemesnikov with 7 goals. That's a pretty pleasant surprise to see Vlad step up. Pia Suter with 4 goals, Robbie Fabry and Philip Zadina with 3 goals apiece, and Moritz Seider with 2 goals, but that's pretty much expected, where defensemen are probably expected to have a little bit lesser amount of goals. Sam Gagner with 2. And we got Joe Veleno, who has been able to come up and play a little bit, coming up off the Grand Rapids Griffins with a couple of goals. So far, not really much of any goals from the other defensemen, like Nick Leddy, who is a veteran player, but he's done a pretty good job with assists. Mark Stahl, Danny DeKaiser, Gustav Lindstrom, not too much of anything coming from them goals-wise, but they're doing a very good job with their defensive pairings, so I'm very glad to see that I think we got a strong defensive unit, especially with the young Moritz Seider being able to get into the mix and show off the talent that he has. And so with that, I will go to the NHL Leaders here, where not too much of a surprises here in points, where we got guys like Connor McDavid, Alex Ovechkin. Not a surprise there. They're off to great starts for their respective teams. And here, look at here, is Lucas Raymond with 18 points, and for leading all rookies, 7 goals, tied with Jonathan Dahling. And then it's Lucas Raymond and Moritz Seider tied for first with 11 assists. So, to say the least, our young guys are stepping up. It's very, very great to see that for our rookies with off to great starts. And then for the goals, Tyler Bertuzzi tied with Steven Stamkos and Alex Barkov, with the points leaders going to Leon, Alex Ovechkin, and so forth. So that is really good stuff to report on, is the young players stepping up for Detroit, as well as some of our core players that of Tyler Bertuzzi, Dylan Larkin, Pia Suter, Robbie Fabry, Philip Zadina. And that is what I have to say on the Detroit Red Wings. Solid start, and keep it up. Go Red Wings.